Welcome back to Hematite Homestead, and I'm working on digging me a pumpkin hole. Alright, so I'm digging this pumpkin hole, and right now I got it about 5 feet by 4 feet roughly. I'm going to try and go down 3 feet deep, and this has been a heck of a task for me. There's lots of rock, river rock, slate. This is very hard, and now I can see why you do this. So this is just part of more learning experience I'm doing here with these Atlantic giant pumpkins. The book that I'm reading by Jason John says to do this, and coincidentally, before I got to that part in the book, I saw some folks that I follow on YouTube and in some Facebook groups were doing the same thing. So I said, well, I think we need to do that. And it turns out it's 100% right. There's no way roots are going to get down here. This is where we grew our gold glass gem corn last summer, and so I'm going to get this hole hopefully 3 feet deep, and then we're going to layer it with some of our 3-year-old kuni compost, some straw, some leaves, and we'll just keep building layers till we get it all the way up and mount it over top a little bit. I haven't quite decided yet. I might do another one on the end down here coming this way. I haven't decided on that yet. This is going to be the primary spot right here. We'll go inside and look at some of the seeds that I've selected to plant this year, and the biggest seed that I'm going after is going to go right here, I think. And I'm trying to get some soil amendments also from doing some research, perlite, vermiculite, and some people use some other things too, and I'm having a really hard time finding any of that anywhere close to me. So I'm not sure what we're going to do there yet, but I know I need something, especially after seeing what kind of soil I got here, how hard it is. So I'm going to get to working on this hole, and this morning I took a little trip up in the woods to play around with my turkey box call a little bit and check out how that went. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I certainly did. I'll be 50 years old here in a couple of months, and believe it or not, I've never harvested a turkey. Never even got one to come to me. I've had them talk to me in the woods, but they've never come to me, and that was pretty exciting for me. That was way more exciting than this is. Spring turkey's not in yet. It doesn't come in for us until next Saturday, and hopefully I'll get the same result next Saturday morning. Well, that'll of course be pending Pumpkin's litter. She is due Friday, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I'm not going to run off to the woods and leave Kelly down here to deal with new piglets. But maybe if she does have them before Saturday morning, then on our rotations, I'll schedule it so I can shoot up there for a couple hours first thing in the morning, Saturday morning. And hopefully get the same result there. It was pretty exciting for me. This is going really slow. It's nothing but rock. Let me get a good look at that. See, full of rocks and small pebble, river rock, and slate. I might be halfway at the deepest point on this thing, but I'm gonna keep at it. The book I was reading talked about building above the ground. I'm gonna try and get this thing leveled out completely all the way to where the deepest spot I'm at right now, and we'll see how it continues to dig down. I might go in here, and I got some old oak 1x12s over here, and I might build me 12 inches above it, but I want to be really careful of that, because if pumpkin grows closer to this end than I want it to, then I won't have anything to set it on, and it'll fall off the edge. I'm gonna keep digging here, and we'll go inside and take a look at the seeds I've chose to plant this year. I'm going to do 5 of them, not counting last year's 68 pounder. I've already got a few of those going in the greenhouse, and most of them have sprouted. And I mainly just wanted to get one to take to the West Virginia State Fair this year, but I also chose one of the seeds that Mr. Burdette gave us, and I want to use one of those to pollinate one of my 68 pounders. So I'm going to let one of the 68 pounders go just for fair purposes, and it really won't matter what size we get out of that. And then I'm going to pollinate another one with one of the seeds that Mr. Burdette gave us. And then I have 4 other seeds I chose from Mr. Burdette's gift to us. And we'll go in here and take a look at those. Alright, against my better judgment, I decided to stop digging and to come above the ground a little bit. I got about 1.5 feet to almost 2 foot in some places below the ground, and you can see what I'm dealing with here. It's just rocky as all can be. It just kept getting more rockier and more harder to dig into, and I was fighting a losing battle. So I didn't really want to do it like this, but this is what we got. So I decided to leave the front of it open, and what I'll do is I'll build up my combination of soil, compost, straw. I'll build it up here, and I'll slope it down to meet this ground here, and that should prevent me from damaging the main stem and any vines. So the only thing now to do is to fill it up. All right, the first thing I'm going to put in there is a little bit of straw. And this is straw that we took out of the farrowing pasture over there. And I'm just going to cover the bottom of this hole. Now, the book by Jason Johns that I've been reading said that this should have been done back in the fall. It's hard for me to get out and do things in the fall. Hunting season kind of takes priority over everything else. But we're using a 3-year-old compost that we've been saving over here. So I think we're going to be just fine. So the next thing to do now is to get some of that 3-year-old compost and put on top of this hay. Straw, I mean. I think what we're doing here is going to enable this pumpkin to develop a nice root system. And one thing I'll note is I'm really glad that I bought that book and doing some research on this, because this pumpkin seed that's going right here, there's no way it would have grown in this rocky soil. Hey, there's a good example. And that would have just been a waste of these seeds that Mr. Burdette gave to us. So we definitely want to honor this gift and get the best we can out of it and give it the best opportunity. I didn't quite get all of this covered. I need to go get a little bit more compost, and then we'll do another layer of straw. And this straw has also got some leaf material mixed into it that we raked up out of the cootie pastures. We're at the beginning of April right now, and got some below freezing nights expected this coming week. My current plan is I got all the pumpkins planted inside the house, and my current plan is to plant outside the first week of May, early May, and might be a little bit behind, but I can't take a risk of these things freezing up at night. So we'll keep watching the weather and adjust from there, see what we're going to do. And now I gotta go get more compost. I'm just going to keep doing this until I get up to here. Well, we are just about there. Mr. John's book said 4 layers. Let's see if I get this right. Manure, soil, straw, compost. But our compost has all those things in it except for the straw, so I just did our compost, straw, over and over and over again. And I'm right about the top of where I'm going to run it out. I got a little bit more to go back there, and I'll taper it down here. So look how much better this looks than that. So I think we are well on our way to getting a nice pumpkin this year. Yeah, I'm going to put one more layer of compost in here, and then we'll cap it off with the mixture of topsoil and garden soil. And then when it comes time to put the pumpkin in here, pumpkin will already be planted in this compost, and we'll make a spot for it, put it down there, and we'll add some worm castings to it at that point. And I think we're going to be, I'm excited, can't wait to see what we get here. That's where I'm at on this one. I was planning on doing 4 more of these, but I'm quickly running out of my compost. The other compost pile we got up there is nowhere near ready to be used. So I have to think about what my game plan is going to be here. But definitely putting one in here. Might put one down there on the other end and grow it this way. I got to think about that a little bit. Maybe do a little bit more research and see how much room I need to grow this one down there. This is definitely going to be the priority. I'm going to put the one that I expect to get the biggest right here. That's all we got time for in this video. Sitting in my pumpkin hole. Not real happy with how it had to be done, but I think we can work with this. I'm excited to get a pumpkin in here. We'll let the vine grow down this way, and I'll control how it grows through there. So appreciate you watching all this, and if you like what we're doing here, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Giant pumpkins are coming soon. Pumpkin's going to have piglets next week. Got a lot of stuff going on here.